Hello, Leo. I hope you are doing well. So, Leo, this is your 2022 general tarot reading. And, Leo, a bit like Taurus and Scorpio, you've been through a bit of it, because, you have this conjunction, which is in your seventh house, Saturn in your seventh house. You're the star of the show to a point. We've also had a, Venus-Mars conjunction in your sign as well. So a lot of you have definitely, there has been some testing when it comes to like your relationships, partnerships, when it comes to like your physical health in some way, where it comes to your creativity, maybe your kids as well, but also yourself. There's Leos are always going to shine, but sometimes I feel that some of you may have forgotten that you are the king of the queen, because you are very sensitive and you are ruled by your heart. But nevertheless, you guys are really good at facing challenges regardless. So when we come to 2022, yes, the challenges still happen, they still occur. But, we have this North Node. The main theme for you, Leo, is the North Node, which is going to be in your 10th house. This is about your career, your social status, how you shine. This is also to do with bosses and, father figures. So there's going to be a definite change. Like you're going to be reaching your destiny when it comes to your career. There could also be a huge change where some of you guys may decide to, form a company, work for yourself, or, work in another job where you are going to be very much appreciated. I feel some of you Leos have a more greater understanding on your worth. If some of you are working like in corporate jobs, there's going to be a definite change. Like you guys may decide you want to do something that is much more creative. There's some creativity involved in somehow, or it could be involved with children. Some of you may decide to be teachers. It's a big overhaul, and you have the South Node in Scorpio in your 4th house. So it's about letting go of ideals when it comes to like your home life. It's more or less about sort of like let it be, not trying to control everything, not trying to have too much strictness in the home. If there's something to be done, it obviously make time to do it, but not trying to like really be like delegate or, because you're going to be, it's going to be a clash between your home and your work life. I feel that a lot of you are going to be really seeking balance to have this. But some of you guys may have this notional idea of how you would like your home to be, but also you guys could actually start to discover some new secrets about your background, for instance, and it could be to do with your mum, and some of you may, it just feels like there's a sort of like element of control that's happening with a lot of you Leos. But the South Node is about letting go. And I feel a lot of you are going to be letting go. And once you do work with that, then your career will start taking off a bit more. But more on that in January. Okay. So when we come to your cards, Leo, your general card message for 2022, the first card you have is the Three of Swords. Now, whenever I see this card, I feel like, something's going through me and it doesn't feel right. But the Three of Swords is about, heartbreak. It is also to do with, it could be 3 people could have broken your heart. It could be something happened 3 years ago. It could also be, something to do with, something to do with 3. I'm thinking of, obviously it's the Three of Swords, but I feel that there's something happened 3 years ago that now you guys are working through it this year in 2022. And it does feel like, you're going to be coming to terms with what happened. And obviously there's no longer, you guys are no longer like, not that you're not looking back, but you're not going to be trying to revert back to how you used to be. Remember, you're a fixed sign, and it can be very hard for you to change sometimes, only if something drastic happens. And I feel something does drastically happen in, I say January a lot because that's when things are life changing. There's also like a guide. There's also like a guided spirit that's happening for a lot of you Leos. So I feel some of you could be talking to like 3 people, and 3 people could be giving you advice. They could be giving you advice on a heartbreak. They could also be giving you advice on something that in order for you to move forward, this is what you have to do. So you have 3 people that are coming to you as well. And whether you take the advice or not is entirely up to you, Leo. But something's telling me there's something that happened 3 years ago, and it's sort of like coming to like this combination of closure. And yes, it does feel very painful, and it could be a multitude of things that happened as well. But there's only one thing that's stuck in your head, and now especially in January, you're ready to like really close that chapter off, but there's still some purging that you guys need to do. When we come to your second card, you have the World card, which is about traveling. It's also about coming to an end of, your lessons that I've also learnt. But it's also you coming to like this realization that, everything's going to be okay in your life. And, even though the North Node in Taurus does square you, it also does help you, because Taurus and Leos get on really well. They get on very well, even though they can clash. And the World card has also got fixed energies as well. If you see the card, it's got like the Taurus, the Aquarian. It's also got Scorpio and Leo. So, your life is starting to get back in order, and it's not without its challenges. But, you've definitely come a long way, Leo. There's a lot of lessons that you've had to learn. And, the lessons that you had to learn was 3 years ago, or even like 2021, it was, things were there for you to see. And now you're thinking, okay, these things are coming back for me, but now I can actually do it a bit better because my mind's a bit more clearer. I have like people, and I have people that I can depend on. I'm also a bit more clear-headed. I'm actually working on myself. My life is getting a bit more balanced. My work life is a bit more balanced now. I know what I want. I know what I love. So you're coming to this huge realization. And this realization could come, when it's your season, Leo, because things ebb and flow when it happens, when these energies happen. So, yes, the World card is showing you that, you got the whole world at your feet. So nothing can actually stop you, regardless of what happens. And, I forgot to say that we have this conjunction that's in your 8th house. This is to do with joint finances, joint partnerships, debts, loans, rebirth as well. So you're going through like a new rebirth. We had the conjunction that was in your 7th house. So there could have been, for a lot of you Leos, some delusion when it came to like your relationships. Also, when it came to when it definitely came to relationships. In the beginning, it started off brilliantly, but then there was things that you didn't want to see, and some of you actually got hurt by it. But now it's in your 8th house. It's like, this is no longer going to be happening. I'm going to purge this. I'm going to transform from this. And I feel like this World card is definitely going to help with that. And come to your last card. You have the Chariot card. And the Chariot card is actually a Cancer card. It is a card of merging the 2 energies within you. Not trying to control the situation, but also working with your emotions. Definitely work with your emotions. Yes, you're going to be busy with your career, but listen to what's going on around you. There's going to be a lot of like changes, a lot of physical changes that are going to be happening. Some of you Leos may get very stuck in your, some of you Leos may get very stuck in your mind with the changes. Some of you may want to control. Some of you may get very emotional. So this could actually lead to like outbursts, or, you know, and it's not like you mean it. It's just like, you know, when something just gets too much, it's like, ah. So I feel with this Chariot card is really great that, you know, you take time out for yourself. And, you know, some of you may even be traveling a lot as well. Some of you may be traveling to like somewhere place in the past. It could be like a childhood home. It could be also visiting like family. It could be to do something within your roots. Some of you could even decide that you may want to invest in like a place that you loved when you were little. So there's really a lot going on. So the Chariot card for me, that I feel for you, Leos, is that it's coming home to your heart. Listen to your heart center, and like doing some like guided breath work, which will really help. Because when we're busy, we can forget to breathe, and sometimes when we don't, not breathe, but, you know, like to do like just slow down so that we know what can come next, and we're calm. The Chariot card is guiding you to, you know, come home to your heart, listen to your heart. When we come to your last card, I have a planet or a sun sign card, and the card you have is Virgo. And Virgo, Leo, is, you know, is ruled by your second house. But Virgo card is going to be guiding you, because the Virgo is an earth sign, but it's also mutable earth. And it's ruled by Mercury. So I feel a lot of you Leos are going to be, you know, really trying hard in 2022 to be more, you know, diligent, looking after yourself, looking after your health, your wellness, but also, you know, meeting your responsibilities and being extremely hardworking. I feel a lot of you are going to be very extremely hardworking. Also an element of seriousness in whatever you're doing as well. You're not going to be cutting any corners. Some of you may even start acting like that Virgo, you know, but still having time in your relationships as well. Because even though this is in your 10th house, and you have like the 4th house, which is being released, make time for your relationships. Because remember, Saturn is in your, you know, 7th house, which is about, you know, partnerships. Also, a lot of you may be seeking, because your career is highlighted a lot for you this year, Leos. This can make you guys a bit more freedom loving. So sometimes when we're more freedom loving, we can forget our relationships. You know, you're seeking independence in your career, so your relationships take a back seat. So this Virgo card is just there to also help you, keep you down to earth and not forget people that you love. Just, you know, because your career is taking off, remember to come back down to earth to people that you love. And you know, it's about cooperation as well, being cooperative in your relationships, in your partnerships as well. And, you know, yeah, just also in a way, not forget to feel, because Virgo is a sign that it's very sensitive, but it's very mental, but it's very sensitive as well. And, you know, still show that soft side. You know, it's not about being that boss all the time. Still showing that soft side, and also make, you know, if people want to take care of you, Leo, make them. You know, if people want to massage your feet, you know, let them. And, you know, don't forget to show that side that you have as well, that caring side as well. Because, you know, when you're working hard, these things can be forgotten. Okay. So, Leo, that was your little general 2021 reading. I hope you like this reading. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And also feel free to make comments on if this reading has resonated with you. So thank you very much, Virgo, for listening. Leo, for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.